What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Wednesday. It is the middle of the week and we are rocking through the week already. Hopefully, I'm live. I always wait until it gets going and then I think I missed the time. So I think we're already live. And I am so excited to bring a special guest with you guys today. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Angela Hall. I have been a health coach now for going on 5 years. It's absolutely been a life changer for me. I started my own health journey back in February of 2019, and I lost 80 pounds in 7 months. I became a walking testimony, and I just started helping my friends do it too. And it literally just transformed not only my life, but so many of my family and friends that it was just something that I knew that I was called to do. And I never knew, like, health coaching is something that I never knew I always wanted to do until I actually started doing it. And so, it's opened up so many relationships in my life and connected me with so many amazing, powerful women. And I have one of those powerful women today on our call. And I just a couple of days ago it came up, Christina, as uh, our 1 year anniversary of being a friend. But it feels like it's been so much longer than that. And there's been so much that's transpired in this last year that we've been working together. And so I'm excited, guys, to just, we're going to have a conversation kind of about our journey and, spotlighting Christina, 'cause she's got a lot of things going on, and I just want her to be able to share that. So, well, welcome on the live today, and thank you for coming live with me. I'm super excited to. We did this a couple of months ago, but you've had a lot of changes in your health since then, and we've got a lot more to celebrate. So,
Yes.
let's start off. My first question is, what was your breaking point that made you finally say, yes, I need to make a change in my health?
Um, I guess it was in February. I had been went through another diet thing, ordered a supplement, and I was gaining and not losing. And then my birthday hit, and I was like, I can't keep going this way. Like I can't keep trying and feeling like I'm feeling all the time. Was an active person, so I knew it wasn't because I was, sitting around on the couch eating bonbons. I ate healthy. I did the things. It just was, and then my inflammation was really bad. Um, it was more, even not just traveling. I was like always having inflammation problems. So, um, I know we had talked probably a couple months before that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you. And finally, that right before my birthday, I was like, that's what I'm doing for myself. I'm going to try that program. It's my last shot at something. And here we are.
Absolutely. And you've had some recent wins with just your inflammation. I know that you had posted a
Yeah.
couple of days on your Facebook page of just the swelling and the inflammation in your feet and how painful that had to have been, prior to you actually finding something that worked. I think all of us, we've done so many things in life to lose weight and to get healthy and then before we know it, we're right back to where we were and sometimes worse, and it's like we
Yep.
really have to. I love this program because it teaches us the mindset around emotionally eating, where we can detach our emotions from things and really face whatever emotion we're feeling, but not turn to food. And I think you just had that breakthrough. You've had that breakthrough since you started, but you travel a lot with your kids and sports and stuff. And so, how has that been for you as far as traveling and being able to put yourself first?
It is absolutely. It's absolutely great. So the first time I traveled was in the first month. I went on spring break that March, and that was the first time that I traveled and had no swelling. And I was like, oh, this is pretty exciting. Like, not, I was like, we'll see, but this is the first time that's super exciting. And then I've traveled, I think, three or four more times since then. And never once did I have any swelling in my hands, in my legs, in my feet. I didn't have to change um, any shoes while I was on my trip. I didn't have to buy shoes. That was another thing. Sometimes I would have to buy
Wow.
bigger shoes because I would swell so bad, and then it would just hurt to walk. But then I would do it because Like one of the trips was to Paris. And I was like, what if I never make it to Paris again? I don't care that I'm so swollen I can barely move. Like, we're here. We're going to make the best out of it. So it's such a big win that I can walk all day. I can do the things. And I did not, again, just recently, I just got back. And that was my biggest, like, I've known it was happening, but this time it was real. It was okay. I didn't have to change my shoes. I didn't have to worry about how much I walked um, or drove or anything because we did a ton of driving. Where the hotel was from the airport and where the games were, like it was a ton of driving. So I was sitting a ton. And I was like, this is going to be it. This is the time I'm going to regret it because I'm in the car more. And nothing. That is a big win. Like the inflammation for me is a bigger win than any scale victory because it was painful and it was a struggle. And we couldn't find the answer to it. Like I'd been to the doctors and they'd given me diuretics. They'd give me all the things, but nothing helped. I wore compression socks. I slept in them when it was hot in different countries, like all the places, and nothing helped. I flew with compression socks on. I did not fly with compression socks. I didn't wear them because I forgot them, to be honest, and didn't need them. So
Aw.
that's a bigger win than any scale victory I could ever have.
Absolutely. And I think people don't realize that this is so much bigger than the scale victory. Like we get to celebrate more non-scale victories than the scale victories. Like the scale victories are a given. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a science. If you follow the program, you absolutely get results. But the non-scale victories that we get to see with the inflammation going away, and we age in reverse. We heal from the inside out. We're fueling our bodies. We're not taking a pill. We're not taking a shot. We're not doing the quick fix. We're doing the mindset work. We're changing our habits. We're learning how to eat right. And when you fuel your body with the right things and you learn how to just little things that we shift, that was like, wow, I didn't realize that this made all the difference until you're there. And then when the inflammation is gone and you're like you said, it's so painful. It's like, man, how did we live 20, 30 years with those issues? And then when we're healed from them, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like, oh, like this is what life is supposed to be about. So that is awesome. So speaking of non-scale victories, I want to ask a scale victory now. So how much weight have you lost on the program? And how long have you been doing it? Oh no, I think I just lost her. Oh great. Oh, there she comes. There she comes back. Good old social media, good old internet connection. There you are. I lost you for a minute. I got you back now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I know. Oh,
I know. I was like, where'd you go?
I can hear
Yeah.
you fine.
So the
Can you hear
question
me?
was in case our listeners didn't hear it or you didn't hear it,
Yeah,
I was
yours is
asking
gone.
you, how much weight have you lost and how long have you been doing program?
I started in March, so about 6 months now, and I have lost 55 pounds. Maybe a few
Amazing.
more pounds, but 55.
55 since the last time you weighed in. Like, that
Yeah,
is amazing. Like, how does that feel being 55 pounds lighter?
amazing. Amazing. I never thought I would see this day.
How long were you overweight by the 55 pounds before you actually found a way that actually worked?
Um, a few years.
We say a few years. For me, it was like 20 years. I was still blaming it
Yeah,
on
it
the
was a
pain.
few years. There was a few years I did have something that kind of worked, and then they changed it and didn't work anymore. So yeah,
That's awesome. So what helped you move
but it
past? Oh, go ahead.
but when I lost it years before, it didn't help inflammation. So that's a thing too.
You didn't have inflammation or you had inflammation, but it didn't.
I did. I was losing weight, but I didn't lose my inflammation. So
Mm, that's huge too.
yeah.
Yes, when like I said, so many people are trying different things that are quick fixes that are literally starving their body of nutrients. And so when
Yep.
you're starving your body from nutrients and doing other things like that, it can absolutely shut our body down, and the inflammation, it almost comes in. like a wrecking ball because our body knows that something's off, and then we stop eating and stuff like that. So, because we're not hungry or whatever the case is that we're doing. So that's
Right.
awesome. What a testimony to that too. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, when you first started, what helped you move past that hesitation? I know you said that you had been watching me for a little bit and seeing that my results and also other people that I had helped. So what helped you move past that hesitation and make the choice to make an investment in yourself?
I felt like I had to make an investment somewhere. Um, I have grandkids and kids, and they're my life. And so I was like, I don't want heart problems run in our family. And I know the longer I stayed overweight, the higher my risk for heart attack and heart disease and all the things that go with being overweight was hitting real for me. And I didn't want those issues. I wanted to be able to know that I can do the things with my grandkids and I can be at all the events. And um, the longer you wait to take care of that, the less chance you have of prolonging your life. So that was my final, like I tried more, I was gaining again, and I was like, I have to do something. And I am not a medication person because they don't know all the long-term effects. And just because now medication can fix it, what does that do to me later? And what does that do to my organs? And what does
Right.
that do to other things? So I was like, all right, what's the worst that's going to happen? I try it for a month and it also didn't work like any other investment I made. Was my final pushover. I was like, try it for 1 month. If it doesn't work, I don't continue doing it. Um, but at least I tried. And here we are, 6 months later, still doing it every month and loving it and loving how I feel and loving my energy and loving every ounce of it.
That's awesome. And and the great thing about this is it's a transitional program too. So you're still in phase one, you're almost to your goal. Like you're like
Mm-hmm.
literally a couple of pounds close to your goal and being able to transition. And so I love that too. I don't know, your screen went really dark. I can barely see you. But the that you get a transition off of that and learn how to do this long term. It's not like people are on phase one for their whole entire life. And I think a lot of people have a misconception about that. I was talking with somebody the other day and they said, oh, is that the program that people do and they gain all their weight back? And my comment to that was if you don't change your mindset around emotionally eating, and how food affects you, then you'll never change. Most people treat things as a diet, and we don't coach a diet. We coach a lifestyle program and teach people how to eat healthy, how to eat right, how much to eat, when to eat, weighing out their food and all of those things, versus just like take this quick fix and you're going to melt all your fat and muscle off. And
Right.
then you're going to try to, live a healthy lifestyle when you have no muscle mass and you've literally starved yourself to death, which is what a lot of people are doing. And so, for you to be able to say, okay, I don't want to go with the medication. I want to go with the way that's going to give me long-term results and teach me the habits that's going to help me keep this off for long term and will teach you how to lead your family down a healthier journey so that they are eating healthier too, just because you said yes to yourself. So, um, you decided to pay it forward and become a coach not too long after you started doing this. What led you to take that leap and help other people?
Well, other than you,
I think you froze again.
oh, yep. Are you there?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So other than you, that was definitely a push in the right. I got a couple referrals. But what I do I am a helper. I like to be help people feel better about themselves. And that's in my business, that's what I already do is make people feel better about themselves and inside and out. So it was kind of like, well, I'm already doing that and I like to make people feel better. And, you know, how you put it was, okay, well, I take the referrals, or you can learn how to be a health coach and you can help your own friends and family. And that could be a whole other journey. And, it took me a day or so, I think, after we talked about it. And of course, I prayed about it because I think new adventures, we need to pray about them before we take them because, sometimes,
Without him, it's not possible.
yeah, and I already have a lot on my plate. I do a lot of things and I'm super busy, so I was worried that I would not be a great coach because how do I balance my time? How do I be there for people? Because you were always there for me. Even though you had a job, you're always been there. Like you answer, you do all the things. So I was worried about being there, but it's all worked out and I've been there and I prayed about it and it's the door that was opening for the time being, and I'm glad I chose that path, and that's where I'm at with it because seeing other people's lives transform before their eyes just like mine did, um, is just an amazing feeling. Like that in itself is blessing, is watching people
Yeah.
transform and be able to believe in themselves. Or today I got a message from one of my ladies, and she said, "Never would I thought that I would be excited for a scale day." And so that's a big win. Like it's exciting to hear from people that they're excited to get on the scale again, or they're excited. She was like, "I got to wear clothes out of my closet I haven't wore," and she's only been on the program for like 2.5, 3 weeks. So
Amazing.
already can wear smaller clothes. Already excited.
Yeah.
Um, she was like overweighing at the beginning because she was so excited. So I was like, no, 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 we don't focus on the scale. So we got her off of that. But that's just how excited she was. And then I'm excited because
Yes.
they're winning. They're winning and they're seeing that there is a way to live a healthy life and
Yeah.
still have fun.
I love that. I love that. It is all about like I look at this like we were given a gift.
Yes.
We were given a gift of health and we can't keep it a secret. It's just like if you find an amazing deal out there, like you're calling all your friends going, "Hey, get over to this place. You got to get this thing." And it's like when you find something that absolutely changes your life and it's predictable for everybody else, from age 13 to 95 and everybody in between, we can help people go from ultra sick to ultra healthy and people come off medications and they're no longer labeled diabetics, like all of the things, and it's our own transformation that we're like, this is awesome. But when we get to walk alongside somebody else's and our yes becomes a reason why somebody else says yes, and then we get to watch their transformation, that's where it gets so fun because it's like, they're thanking us like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And it's like, no, I'm so proud of you because you said yes to yourself and you're stepping up and you're
Yep.
participating in your own rescue. And we just get to love on people. It's like love God and
Yep.
love people. And that is what we get to do with health coaching. And if they follow the program, they get results. A lot of ways people lose weight, other people don't want to do. And they're like, I
No.
don't want to do that. I don't want to spend 5 hours in the gym every day. I don't want to have to meal prep my whole Sunday for the whole week. And, I'm feeling lightheaded and groggy because all I'm doing is drinking water and eating a can of tuna and a Snickers bar because I'm not hungry, and all of these
Yep.
other things. We get to literally fuel people's bodies where they awaken they come alive again.
Yes.
And then all of the stuff that I think we lose with our fat is the limiting beliefs, the fear, the doubt, the shame, the grief, the all the things that we've been shoving down in our dumpster, of shame as we've been gaining the weight. And when that starts to shed off, we start to awaken and that light starts to shine again. So that's absolutely amazing. And I'm so proud of you and all of your clients that you're helping. And they're not just clients, these are friends of ours. We get
They
to
are.
help our family and friends, and the ones that we don't know that we get to help become family. Like, I don't know how many
Yes.
people I've helped that I never even knew before I started this. And now they've become some of my best friends in the world, and I love talking with them, and you're one of them. It's like we didn't know each other, and this brought
Yep.
us together, and we're creating something beautiful and help leaving a legacy that will change generations after we leave. Like these families are changed, and that is the most amazing thing ever. And so, what would your before version of yourself say if she could see you right now?
My before version to myself now would definitely be good job for pulling the trigger. Good job for moving forward. Um, because there was so much fear and hesitation and doubt. I don't know if it was in the program or myself, but so definitely good job for just jumping in and doing it.
Yes. And doing hard things. It's like, sometimes
Yeah.
we don't have to see the whole staircase. We just have to see the first step. And like you said, like what do I got to lose? A couple of pounds, and if it doesn't work, then I just don't keep doing it. But what if it
Right.
does? I always tell my clients that. What if it does work? What if you get to your goal? What if you change your life? And what if you're a part of somebody else's transformation? Like, to me, that's worth the fight, and that's worth kicking fear in the face and going, I'm worth this push. And you're a mom and you're a wife and you're busy and you've got all the things going on and you have a very successful business of helping people, feel better about themselves anyway. And I love health coaching because it fits into anybody's toolbox. Like, I was a property manager that was 235 pounds and never even thought that I would be, helping people change their lives. But it's funny how God has a different plan for you. But when you step up and say yes to yourself, it opens up a whole different world, because if we can change ourselves, then we can help other people. We have to learn how to lead us first. And once we can lead us, then we can lead other people. And so, my final question for you is, how can people reach out if they're ready to take a leap or just want to find out more information on if this could be a good fit for them? How's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can they can message me, of course, on
Hope I can't hear you again.
oh, there you go. They can message me, of course, through Messenger. They can, anyone who knows me can call or text me. I have clients that I just deal with through phone because they're not on social media. I have clients that are on social media, so we work through Messenger. All, any way of there's communication, I can be contacted. So
Awesome.
even, so it'll be, I'm open to any type of communication that makes them most comfortable.
Absolutely. And I love that. It's a simple, we're kind of opening the door for you now. If you have questions, you can reach out, you can comment on this Facebook Live, and we can get back out, reach back out to you and answer your questions. Like, we are an open book. We are just people that decided to say yes to our own health and step up, and we can't deny how amazing we feel. We're a part of this 29-day Step into September challenge that we started on the second. And, I was 20 pounds from my goal back in 2020 when I decided that the world was telling me, oh, you're too skinny, stop losing weight. And what I realized is it was their reflection on themselves going, I'm not doing anything. So you stop looking better because I'm not doing anything with my own health. And that is my biggest regret, was not just going all the way to my goal and then transitioning. And so this 29-day challenge, after a lot of life that happened over the last few years for me, I'm finally back on my own plan, and going 9 days strong, and down 7 pounds. And the program works, and I feel so good, and my inflammation has gone down, and I weigh less now than I have ever since I started coaching or doing the program. And so I am on a roll. We are on a mission. Like, we do this with you guys. It's not something that you have to do by yourself. It's like dieting in the dark does not work. But lifelong healthy transformation with a community of people going in the same direction with you does work. Like, we are called to be in
Mm-hmm.
community. We are called to reach out to other people, and we are called to step up and fight for our own life and leave a legacy for our children's children, not a legacy of disease and not being around because we didn't take care of ourselves. And so we are both here. We're an open book, and we would love to just answer questions for you guys and help you guys get started. And now is the time. Now is the season to lean into your health, because most people go from October to January and it's a food fest. They're just eating everything that comes across their plate, comes across their break room, comes across whatever, people bringing in all the unhealthy stuff because of the holidays, so it gets even worse. Now is the time to lean into structure, to lean into a program, to lean into a coach that can guide you through the holiday season where you can still enjoy yourself, you can still have choice meals, and you can still win in your health. This isn't an and or thing. This is a and also, like, you can do both, and in both. Like, you can do both. You can have a good holiday season and you can lose weight and put yourself up and set yourself up for a great start to the new year, and not be starting January in the same spot you were last year because you're still not taking that leap like Christina did and said, you know what do I got to lose? Let me take that leap. And 55 pounds down later, she's going to be starting 2026 a completely different person. So we encourage you, if you have questions, reach out to us. And Christina, thank you so much for going live with me and sharing your story and your testimony. You're such an inspiration. And I know so many people are going to get freedom from this. So if you're watching this, let us know if you're watching it live or on the replay, and we'll be here for you. Christina, is there anything else you want to mention before we end this?
Nope, just choose yourself. Just don't let people say something doesn't work. You are the only person that can make new health choices for yourself. There's going to be people out there that say it doesn't work or it didn't work, or you shouldn't do it that way, but choose yourself and listen to yourself, because you're the only person that can change your ways.
Yep, absolutely. Well, awesome, guys. It was awesome to see everybody. I'm going to try to figure out now how to end our Facebook Live. I always get there and I'm like, wait, where do I turn it off yet? So I'm going to look for that. And with that, you guys have a great day and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Maybe if I can
Bye.
figure out how to end it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. It's so funny how I can't, like, every single time I come to this, I think I got it now.